this is UNA, and I'm Claire Galterio. Our next guest for the half is a fellow named Kendall Schmidt. You might recognize Kendall from the Nickelodeon show and band Big Time Rush.
All day, every day is a holiday. We're alright, 24/7. All day, every day, all we gotta say is live your life, 24/7.
Today, however, Kendall Schmidt, along with longtime friend and guitarist Dustin Belt, have embarked on a new project/band called Heffron Drive. You take a look at this, and I'm gonna go with Kendall.
Cause I got a one track, yeah, I got a one track mind. Do it my way, do it my way, or it's the highway. Cause I got a one track, yeah, I got a one track mind.
Hi, Kendall.
Hi.
How are you?
Great, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm a little hot.
Me too.
It's a little hot in here.
It's a hot September day.
It is. First of all, I feel like I should be welcoming you to New York. I'm a little confused of where you're from, though, because I was told Kansas, but then I saw something online, something about, like, Las Vegas or something, and then someone said
Do
California.
you want me to go? I'll go through the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, I want to know.
It's kind of brief. I was born in Kansas, raised, like, childhood in Kansas, and then started going to LA. I actually came to New York first for acting when I was a kid, really young, and then went out to LA, so grew up like teenager in LA, and then now I live in Las Vegas.
So now you live in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Do you gamble?
No.
Certainly
Certainly
not.
not.
Live in Las Vegas and not gamble.
Well, because the gambling I do is like roulette, so it's just guessing anyway. I mean, like if I ever played, it's like just spread it all out across the board.
I'll teach you how to play. I love Las Vegas and I love to gamble. That's a whole other show. Okay.
Let's not encourage this.
Let's not encourage gambling, children. No, thank you. Okay, so
We're off to a good start.
Yeah, let's talk about your project here. Heffron Drive. Now, in getting that earlier, I was saying that it was a new project, but it's not really a new project because this is something you did before Big Time Rush.
Yeah, it was.
Right?
It was probably in the making, like a year before Big Time Rush, and MySpace was kicking at the time, and so I actually had a couple friends who got signed up on MySpace, and I was like, that was the real inspiration to attempt to get a record deal on MySpace, and so we put songs in there, and it was like 10 plays a day, and then it was like 100 plays, and I was like, 100 people are listening, like who?
Yeah.
And then it was like 1,000, and then it started going up from there, and then it was getting some popularity, and then I booked Big Time Rush, and it was like, well, I mean, this is the coolest opportunity ever. So
Yeah.
I took it, and it is the coolest opportunity ever. My life has changed significantly. The things that are now just like fleeting memories are really like epic experiences if I actually, explain them. So it's been really cool so far. And now it's all full circle, and I'm back to Heffron Drive again.
And you're part of a little duo here. Where is Dustin?
Dustin is, I think they're just coming to the city right now, actually.
Oh. Dustin, we couldn't wait for you. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Debo.
We're, like, really on a schedule here.
Yeah.
First of all, congratulations to you. Happy Mistakes came out. That's super exciting on September 9th.
Very, very exciting.
How did your fans react, or do you think that they were ready for this album? Do they think, oh my gosh, it's Kendall Schmidt from Big Time Rush, or, like, is it totally different?
Well, I guess the thing was, in the beginning, I was a little worried of the, like, consistency of the album, and I didn't want it to be all over the place, and I started getting in a rhythm of songs, and then it all came together, and I was like, okay, now it makes sense, like this is a cohesive album. The fans that have been waiting for it since 2008, of course, are really excited about it, and my goal overall is to make music that everybody can get into. I mean, if you've never listened to it, I would hope that you heard it and liked it too. So.
Right. Speaking of you making music, you co-wrote every single song on this album?
I co-produced everything.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Produced and co-produced.
I was say, didn't you produce like full songs, like from start to finish, which is a huge deal for you, right?
Yeah, it was just having those next to songs that I'm working with producers who are like, awesome and that have #1 hits and stuff, and like to have my song be next to it, and it actually sounds like the same. It made me feel really cool.
Right.
I'm just happy. And it was like the first time I had my songs professionally mixed and mastered, like my own productions.
Right, you're like, this is cool. Yeah,
I'd be curious to see if people are like, oh, it's that one, and then they're going to look and it's not that one. So you can look in the credits if you buy the
now I'm excited. I'm going to check it out.
Go look in the credits.
So what are you looking forward to with this new/old/present day group you have?
With the thing. I'm looking forward to... I've always said this, like, I want to play the same venues that Big Time Rush plays. Like, there's no reason that Heffron Drive shouldn't connect to the same people. I mean, I'm making the same kind of music. It's definitely a step older because I'm older, and I don't have to worrying about it playing on Nickelodeon.
Right.
or like standards and practices and stuff like that. And the cool thing is I've done that, and it's not like an explicit album.
Right.
So it's like I've been able to express the ideas that I want and not cross the boundary that I wouldn't cross anyway as an artist.
You're still true to your roots.
Yeah, I mean, like, I want to make music for everybody, and sometimes that stuff isn't for everybody. So
you brought up Big Time Rush. What is going on with Big Time Rush?
What is going on? We are still a band, forever a band. I mean, it's as much of a band as Backstreet Boys were when they stopped going full
Backstreet
speed.
Boys are still performing.
Now they're still a band. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, when they slowed down, it wasn't like, oh my God, Backstreet Boys isn't a band anymore. It's like, hey, they've been going strong for a while. We worked probably 350 days a year for like 4 years straight.
That's insane.
And we just played so much, and the TV show stopped, and after the TV show stopped, it was like, well, that's like half the year of all of our time. And so then we started filling our time with our own stuff, and now everybody's on their own schedules, and it's like, if we're going to do a tour, it has to be good for everybody, for sure.
Yeah. Well, all I know is that your fans from Big Time Rush and Hot From Drive were so excited, obviously so was I, that you were coming, and they sent in some questions for you. Okay. So let's kick it to them right now. Cecilia wants to know, where do